Hi everyone, how are you? Just giving you a couple of minutes to come on in. 23 seconds so far, but don't rush. Get yourself a cuppa and come join me for some cards. If you don't make it straight away, you can replay it. That's the fun about this. So tonight I'm doing a shutter card. Now I tried to do one of these a while back, about 5 months ago, and the instructions, I don't know where it was from. It wasn't a person I knew, but they were in American sizes, not sort of our Australian size. So I was looking around again and I found another lady, and her name, she simplified it, Julia Sue Stamping. That's just her name, and she had them, so I just adjusted hers a bit to meet our ones, but hers at least I could understand it better. So this is the front, and it doesn't look exciting. That's the back, so you can write on it. Okay, so now wait. Oh, there's the envelope. Alright, so you just, this is a bit beautiful. My girlfriend, I showed it to her today, and she said to me, oh, I did a class today, and she said, oh, you've got to make this in the next class, one of the ladies said. And I said, well, it takes a bit of time, and it's, you know, will take you a bit of time. And they said, no, we don't mind, just do 3 cards, not 4. And so I said, all right then, but it's big work. But my friend that was there also, she said, oh, can I come and see you privately and do this class and make this card, because I've got her son's wedding's coming up and she wants to make it for him. And I said, lucky for you, we're doing it at the beginning of next month, and you can do it. Well, I'll do it for you. So this is it, the shutter card. Now when you look at it, you think, that is really hard work. When I first tried to do it from that, she wasn't a Stamping Up person, she was just another site that they do reels, and I watched it and watched it and watched it, but I couldn't get it to go. So this lady's measurements, apart from we cut our card at a different size, the mechanism was perfect. So that's the card, and that's the back, the belly band, and the envelope. Look at that, all DSP. So there's the only stamping is it's your birthday, or she's going to do a wedding card. Look at the paper, will look beautiful with that. So you know that one is the Words of Beauty. So I've used it. The paper is just, this black and white looks gorgeous, especially because it's in the old olive. I was thinking my top matches, so I don't know if you can see very well, but lean up a little bit for you. See, old olive, Night of Navy, and cloud cover. I've got to go that way. Cloud cover. Wasn't that an appropriate top for today? Anyway, so I'm going to do that. Before we go, I've got 6 books left, 6 catalogues, if any would like them. If you want them, go to Facebook, join Annette Falconer Independent Demonstrator on Facebook, and then leave me a message there in the leave the message in the Facebook, just to PM you for it. If you're in Australia, so I'll put them in slow post, not fast, that's $10, but I think I can put them through for like $5. So I do have 6 if anyone wants them. Okay, if you're already on Nettie's card making group on Facebook, if you're in that already, just give me a text and tell me. I've got a bit of water here, no gin tonight. Hi Alita, how are you? I can't send you a magazine, sorry. Did you see the card we're going to do? The shutter? You were away last week, I hope you were well. So that's what we're doing today. Now anyone that shops at the moment, there's some specials. So if you want to join up, you just go to my Stamping Up, AnnetteFalconer.stampingup.net, and ask to join. You get to spend $100, I think it's $69 on product when you join. That's what you've got to do to join. but you get the stamping positioner brand new. Now I don't have the new one, it's on its way, but I have an old one by someone else which is very similar. It's got these bounce things on it, the new one for stamping up. I've got a picture somewhere. So that's it there. So see, it's very similar to this. This is just a really, really old one. So if you join between the 3rd of February to the 2nd of March, you get, our starter kit is $235 worth of product for $169, so you are paying something for it, but you get this free. Now this stamping positioner is $80 or $90. I brought one yesterday, but I can't remember. So that's a really good thing. And you don't have to, look at this, it's even got an extra face. So you've got the normal big one, and then you've got this extra, so you could get it on and go stamp, 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 stamp all the way along without moving, having to quickly move it. You just pick up that, leave your stamp so it says hello. You can put it on those 2 bars, then move it to those two, and so you get that. Now you don't have to do lives, you don't have to do that. You only, to get it, I know this is naughty of me, but to get it, oh hi, oh yes, yes you do. To get the stamping positioner and join, you only have to stay 3 months. You don't have to become a demonstrator. You sign on as one, but after 3 months, if you don't shop or don't do anything or don't want to have clients, it just drops you out. So it's bloody good value, I think. So anyway, that's what I've got. And then the bonus days are on at the moment. If you spend your money, more money, you get $9 free to use the next time you shop. So there's the catch, you've got to shop again. But I can tell you what, I am constantly needing DSP. Instructions are at the beginning, and there is a bit of a lot of it, so I've added a bit more in it. So I hopefully, you can look that up. I'm going to put it over here so I can see it, so I know all my measurements are correct when I call. I keep going over and over and over my measurements, you know, and I have a look over and over and double check to see that I'm correct. And sometimes I make mistakes, and I'm only human. So that was our bling, and now I've got our stuff cut up now, and I'm using Stylish Shapes. I'm using this one, which is just over 2 inches, 2 1/4, about 2 1/4, 2 3/8. Okay, and then we've got the adhesive sheets and the DSP again from, like last week I did my yellow card with the flowers, Brushed with Beauty. I did my yellow fragrant flowers, but I used that DSP under it. So it's been quite good value, this cardstock, that card one. I like that. Didn't buy all the, I've got the beauty stamps, but I never used them. This is a card that's no stamping. So I also have Just Because and the stamp set Just Because. Alright, hopefully you've got all that, but it's all written down for you guys. So enjoy those instructions, and let's start making our card. Now it's quite a lot on this, isn't it? Of course, I got my envelope. I'll pop over here. And we've got, I'm trying to think, that's on the back of the card. Oh, I can't remember what that's for. That's the back. We've got 2 white pieces here. I'll double check. Alright. Now I've drawn out the mechanism for cutting, because I thought if I do it in orange, you can see, as you can see, I did my middle wrong and redid it, and I folded it where you don't fold it, but I just wanted to realise where I was going. So, and also it's easier to show you than do it. So then we've got all these pieces. We've got belly bands. I don't know. Oh, that was, I was stamping on that. I don't think I need it though. I'll have a look. Okay, now I have already cut my Just Because, and on the back of here you can see I've got the adhesive sheets. Now when you do this, you put your adhesive sheet on the back of your card, on the back of your, your paper, your spare paper. Right, so you would put that on there, but your adhesive is on the back. So when you peel it, you don't end up doing what I did. It was the wrong way round. And when I peeled it off, guess what I had? A whole lot of stuff I can't use because the glue's there. Probably if you had a window sheet it would be alright because you would put it on the front and you wouldn't see it from the back. So that was a wasted Just Because. So we just got to go with what we do. So that is good stuff if you can use it properly. Obviously I missed some things. Now what have I got here? I should have a because somewhere. There it is. So what I might just do, so I don't lose these. So these are the dies that come out of here. And this is the Words of Beauty die. So I've got Just Because. So you've got your base, okay, and you've got that base. Right, and then you're going to stamp them out. So we don't need to open that one because you can see what I'm going to do. So it was a hot day here in Melbourne, 30 degrees. And I had 6 ladies for cast. One lady bought a bottle of champagne, and it would have been wrong not to have some. But then I think everyone got hot. Now I've got to get my pit tool because I am not getting that off as I hoped. I hope it doesn't have an age, this stuff, because I found some of it it's breaking. So there must be a middle part, and I've put it on the line, I think. Okay, so it might just take me a few seconds. So don't forget bonus days are on. Oh, it is disintegrating. I wonder if it's got a time limit. I've got to hurry up and use it. Oh, come on, that's it. Because when I did it myself before, it was really hard to get the glue on it, and it became, what do you call it? It became very gluey, and it was really hard to work with. So I thought, you know, I brought this paper, I should be using it. Okay, so we're gonna, oh my, I've got big fingers. Won't take me long, sorry. So if you want a catalogue, message me on Annette Falconer Independent Demonstrator, or if you are with me on Facebook on Nette's, just send me a private or a message through there, and I will send the first 6 out can have that. It will be going snail mail because otherwise it's $10 each, and I'm just doing it to not have to waste. I don't want to waste them. I'd rather they get to people, and my customers already got theirs, so I don't know why I ordered so many, but it must have been a reason. Okay, we're nearly done. Sorry. You're lucky I didn't have to stamp. I didn't stamp them all out and cut them all out, I would say. What's everybody else stamping? Look at, I can't understand why this paper is doing this. And one more bit here. I feel like I should have glued it, shouldn't I? Right, so that one will just go in here. And to be honest, the good thing with this is not the glue everywhere. just because. That one's done. Let's get because off. Oh, the class was good today. We made a few cards. And I made the mistake of showing them this one, so of course now they want it. So I've already said that. Right, I've got to get in under here somewhere. Right, so, oh, that one came off better, didn't it? Hopefully the others will do me the favour. Come on, please. Oh, look. It's moving. Prayers. Someone sent me a prayer. Okay. I don't know why the other side was so bad. I just don't want to lose the my last letter or anything. Okay, we're done. Alright. B. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Because. Well, Alita, I have had it for a little while, but I didn't, I haven't used it because it cost so much money and I was saving it, so I've only been with Standing Up 5 years, but I'm sure I haven't had it that long. That's really bad, isn't it? That's not fair. Okay, I'm going to pop those out of the way over there and let's start. So our card is the normal size, which is 8.5 by. Oh, I'm going to put my cooler on. Just give me a sec because it's hot in here. Just going to put my cooler on for a minute because it is quite hot. Now, so it's 8.25. Now, with this one, we are scoring it at 2 1/16. Now, that is 1 mark over the very end. Okay? So, and don't bone fold it till you get it together in case you have a little bit of, like for the movement of getting together. So, what did I say? 2 and 1 little mark over. Alright? So just score this, but don't fold it and seal it until we get them together. I'll show you. 1, 2, and 1. Alright? I always open that drawer over there. So what I did was I just brought them over together and make sure that they meet in the middle properly. They are a little, see, just get them right in the middle together and then bone fold it. Because otherwise if you do it straight away, you might lift up one side over the other side. So you want to make sure it's there. And when you look at the card, it's quite a heavy card anyway. See, it's got so much inside it. It is big. So you don't want it double flapping over each other. So, okay, so that's the easy bit. And let's get on to the next. So now we've got 2 pieces at 2 pieces, where is it? Okay, we've done that. 3 times Mossy Meadow, 3 times 5.5. Well, I made that wrong. It's not 5.5 for the square. These are 3 3/4 by 3.5. So that is correct on here. 3.5 by 3 3/4. So now on the 3.5 side, we're going to put we're going to do this. That one. And that one. Now hold on, I'm just going to check something here. I might be doing a little bit of extra work. 3.5, you're folding that down and cutting that out. Let me just double check this one is 3 3/4. So your 2 folds. Okay, give me a minute. Shutter. 3 7/8 by 3.5. Did I say 3 3/4? It's 3 7/8. Three and a half by, yes, 3 7/8. Sorry, I said 3 3/4. I was looking at the wrong. 3 7/8. Okay. So, on the 3 7/8 side, 2 of the 3 side, with the 3 3/8 side, 2 of the 3 side along the top of, put that across your top of your trimmer and score 1/2 inch on either side. With the 3 3/4 side, put it on the top and mark the halfway mark, which is at 1 1/8. Hold on. Okay, so what I can cheat here because I've actually done it on here, so I'll show you. So on the long side now, I'm going to hold that out. Right, so when you look at that, that's there. So I'm going to do that at half. So half of that is, this is a bit of concentration on this one, guys. Turn to the opposite score. Mossy Meadow, that's done. Okay, shutter mechanism, go down to that. On the 3 3/4 side, and by 3.5, on the 3.5 side, score both. We've done that. Now turn around with the 3 7/8 here, side 2 of 3, along the top of your trimmer, mark at 1 15/16, which is half. Okay, so 1 15/16, 1 15. Oh my goodness, 1 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 1 mark under there, okay? So that should be half. So you can just get a pencil or a pen and put a mark there and a mark, making sure they're both exactly the same. I'm going to put it there. 1 mark under there, okay? Right. That's not right, it's there and there. Alright, so with that, we lightly down the centre. You can't do it in your trimmer. So you find that mark and that mark with your pencil. Just going to line them up again. You know, it never hurts to just do everything what you can, as much as you can. Alright, so if you've got a small enough pencil, you can go down the middle, but mine won't. So I'm just going to put my ruler here up to our groove and go down like this, okay? So we've got a line there. This will be on the back of your card. So you've got to do this with both of them. And that will be easier for me to do now because it's lined up. Alright, I can hear my husband's just got back with the kids from jiu-jitsu and they both ordered steak tonight. Alright, so we've done those ones first. Then we're going to find the halfway mark between here. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, so that's 1.5 inch here plus 1/4. So 1.5 plus 1/4 is there. And so now I'll just do it there to double check. 1.5, 1.5 plus 1/4, okay? And again, we're going to do a light line down there. And now, as I've already said, you won't see it because it's going to be turned around on your card. And now we'll do the same on that one. So you want 1 mark under 2, and that's the 15th, 16th. And we will definitely need the ruler because you don't want to not get this right. And I'm going to bring it down a bit so I can get it nice and straight. Now I think this is the hardest bit. Honestly, it is. It really is the hardest. Okay, so now we've got that. I'll just put the trimmer out of the road. And on this one, I've got those folds up here and down here. So what we're going to do, you didn't need to actually, you can get away without drawing up this one, because I'll show you when you've got your scissors, you're going to go here, we're going to cut up to that first, from this corner up to that diamond. So I just remembered after I did that, you don't actually need to do the next one, right? So what you do is you've got that. Now because that's going to go opposite, make sure you've got it the right way. Turn it over so that you've got both sides with nothing on. You've got your folds there. And now cut it exactly the same. How's that? That's an easy way to do it, isn't it? Alright, so we've taken those out. You've got your marks, you don't need them. So now we have to get these, because remember your marks are going down, so we have to fold these over on the outside so they're coming in, and we have to really apparently bone fold them quite a bit backwards and forwards so they move easily. You're breaking the fibres up of them, and that helps them move easily inside your card, okay? So it's got it ready. So we've done that a few times, and now to this one. I put some new bone folders, ordered a new bone folder, but I used my turpentine to clean them with all those spots on them, and some of them are getting pink, and then I rubbed off half of the ones that have got my stamping up on it. So alright, so now we've got those folded, they're ready, they're going to move well, and you're not going to see the drawing on the back. You can rub it off if you want, but you are not going to see it. Okay, so now we've got that done. I'm just going to pop that over here. Now, we have got to do, oh, where's my envelopes there? While I've got that here, I will put that. So that's 2.5 by just over 6. And I see someone has commented here. Hi Rosalind, how are you? So Rosalind's one of my ladies that came to class today. So she had a bad accident a few weeks ago. So she still came to class and still did some classes. So it was really good. And she saw this card, and that's when I was showing them. And she's like, they all wanted it. So now we're just going to put this onto here. And if you just fold it there while you've got your glue loose, and you have a pretty card. Hot envelope. There's a little bit more rubbish that's left over. Alright, so next we've got the inside, which is 3 by 5 and 1/4, 5.5 by 5.5. That's correct. And your DSP to go with it is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So let's put that on. I'm going to try and, I've got a glue over here I want to use up. Oh, my Catherine who picked who picked up Rosalind today for class is just sending a message to say, now this has got more glue in it, but it's not going to work today, so I'll pop that out of the road. I'm going to glue that. Now just light, don't, I notice sometimes people in the class go a bit heavy and then it squishes out. Right, so isn't this beautiful? Old olive. No, it's garden green, isn't it? Or is it old olive? I'll have a look on the back of the sheet. Lost Lagoon. Old olive. I thought it was. Oh no, Misty. I'm using Mossy Meadow. Because I thought they were, oh goodness, I thought they were a lot darker. Because if that's old olive, that doesn't look like old olive, it's too dark. Maybe the lighter ones are. Anyway, go on, stop whining. Now we're going to cut. Come on, jump out at me please. Now we're going to cut the circle. So that's the third one down out of the stylish shapes. And we're going to put this right in the middle. Okay. And we will oh, I think we can get away with using our mini. We can. I got the big boss out and got it ready, but you know how I prefer my mini if I don't have to. The thing doesn't crank, it doesn't wobble and go. Alright, so I'm putting it straight in the middle. Because I'm not using my electric one, I'm just going to take that down just to be 100% sure. Irish to be sure. Okay. And I'm going to go back because it's through 2 thicknesses. We take that out. Now I kept that, and if I hadn't glued in the middle it would have separated and you had 2, but I was quite happy because I used it, as you will notice, on the top of my card anyway. So okay, let's get that up. Well, don't you do anything naughty to me. Oh, gentle. That's it. Okay, so we're keeping that. Let's pop that back in here. Put it away. Yes, I think it will be, Roslyn. What a lovely comment. Roslyn just said on my Facebook group that this card should be only given to someone who appreciates the time and effort. Isn't that lovely? It's a lot of work. That's a beautiful comment, Roslyn. Thank you. I think as a wedding card, it's stunner. This one's It's Your Birthday. So, if you haven't, then we've got to get a piece of white. Alright, we're going to have some white cardstock in here. Now, you can do a big circle, but you have to have that, because that's 2 and a bit. You can just use a square, but you must cover that size of the circle. So I'm just going to do that, because you don't see it inside. So I'm just going to do a little bit shorter. Alright. Actually, let me see. Make sure I've got that a little bit shorter. Yep. And now I've got to remember. Oh, that's jumped up. So on the back of the top of this, we put some dimensionals up the top. And when you're doing this and you go to put it on, only just really concentrate on remembering, do not take the top ones off until you've done this next part of it, okay? Can you see that all right? I thought I might have gone down a bit low. Alright, so you've got 3 each on either end. Do not take them off yet. Onto here, we're going to put in our Mossy Meadow. Oh, don't glue myself. I've got a few bits of pieces here, guys. Alright, so, oh, okay, now, it's your birthday. Which one did I get that off? It's your birthday. Here it is, on the Just Because. Remember I used tear and tape to put this hard plastic to the back of this, and I stamped the front. So if you look like that, flat, and then I can see it. So we're putting It's Your Birthday. So it is this one here. I can tell because it's the dirtiest. And you're in centimetres. Oh, I'm an old quilter. I always do inches. I wonder how you would take it back to centimetres. I think you'd have to sit and do a little bit of work for that. So line this up on your grid mat. Oh, it doesn't really matter because we're only going to, oh, don't do that to me. And what we're going to do is first, got that. So move that to the side. Is I want to only stamp It's Your Birthday first, and then birthday up. And so I'm going to just go over, tap, tap, tap on the side. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm only going as far as your, and I'm just bringing it along so I don't miss anything. And I do have, oh, I'm going to grab that with my finger actually. So I'm going to put, hold on. Alright. I'll put in there. And I'm there. Okay. It's Your, and now I'll clean that. I don't want to get any mess on here. And over here, I'm going to stamp Just Birthday. Alright, and that's easy to find out underneath there, isn't it? But just in case, I'm going to put a piece of white here above It's Your. Because, oh sorry, not above that, above It's Your on here in case there's, well, there's nothing on it, so I'm safe. But always have a look. It's Your Birthday. Okay? Lovely stamp set, that one, this one with the birthday greetings and that on. It's really lovely. I don't know where I put my little cellophane sheet so they don't all come off every time I use it. Okay, just pop that out of the road before because that's the only stamping, is It's Your Birthday. So now when you see that's there, but you're not putting it on yet. So first, next off we put in the mechanism, okay? So we've got our two pieces here, and it's going to fold like that. And we're going to fold them under. Okay. Now just going to make sure, no we're not, we're folding them out. Just as while you're watching me. and you can watch it and do it again. Okay, so they're going to be spaced evenly from the top to the bottom. Right, and that will be going under there. Right, so you can use tear and tape if you prefer it, or you can use glue, but because it's got to be opened and shut all the time, I'm going to use tear and tape. So now what I might do is just put a nice block on that to hold that and make sure those are definitely in together. Okay, a little bit of fiddly, but you want that right. See here, that's my fold. Can you see that? And so I want to make sure it's right at the fold. So I'm just going to take that one out for a minute and put this right up to the fold where it's meant to go, and I'll put that there. So I've done it to the crease. No, I haven't. I've done it over the crease. It's because it's green. I'm just going to even try putting on my other light and see if I can. That's better. I hope that's not too bright for you, but I need to get as close into there as I can see. You know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to take it off and put it where I've got a bit more leverage. So I'm going to do it there to there and off. Now I'm going to burnish that a little bit. I'm going to take it off and do another one right beside it, because I want really good. And I'll burnish that again. Alright, I'll just put that to the side for a minute and do the other one. Now, of course, make sure you've got the correct ones again. Okay, so they're going to go like that. You're not going to see the lines. That's on the other side. I'll put that out of the road for a minute, and we'll do the same. Find it. I hope you're enjoying this card. It really is cute. Yes, the shadows are not good. Oh, you're a baby. Good girl. Alita's just saying it's her birthday in 16th of February. My son's this Friday. My twins were last week and my son's 45 this week. So we've got two older ones and 3 older ones and 2 young ones that came late in life. So we are blessed with being parents forever. Okay. Now, so again, we're just going to pop those back inside each other. And we're going to line up my shadows. I'm going to line that one up here to that line, straight in. Okay. And I'm going to take it down. And then this one, straighten it up. To there. And do that. Okay. Just give that a couple of minutes to press down. While we're waiting for that to hold down properly, we'll get the 2 pieces of DSP for the front, which are these nice two pieces that looks a lot of the flower, but to be honest, it's so gorgeous. That is 1 3/4. So what's that in a centimetre? That's 4.5 centimetres by 15 and a quarter, one mark after 15 and a quarter, so I don't know how you do that. 13.4 centimetres. We'll go back to our inches for our people. 5 and a quarter. Whoop, just lost my pencil. Lucky I don't need to use it again. Now, make sure you got it up the right way. So that's going to go in the front here. It's funny, later I gave the twins a lovely card each that I'd made from the gears, and no, that's right, and one of my friends came to their birthday and she brought them a card each that I'd taught her in class. She says, I don't have a lot of boys, young boys anymore, so she said, I'm so glad to get rid of it. Excuse me guys, I need a sip of water. Right, okay, so I think it's pretty on its own, isn't it? And when we open this, right, I'm going to do that. Now, what am I doing next? Okay, so that's going to go over it, over the top of that. Ooh, I'm just getting all my things done, that and that. Now, in the other one, what they did was they put this with just the bottom ones connected at the bottom. Alright. Now I'm thinking, see, they slid this down, but because I've got that there, it's got to go in between, it's got to go under here. So I'm thinking, to me, it would be much easier if I put that in first and then the other piece. And see that? You don't really see it once it goes there, you see it now when you open it. So that needs to be down a little bit. Okay, so when it opens and down, they slid it down, which I'll try that one if it's easier for you to get your head around. I think that's what I was showing. So only the bottom ones take these off and put them down the bottom. Now have I not put that mechanism down properly? Right on the bottom, and leave that one open. Yep, I told you it was. I've caught that. Yeah, I just noticed, be careful you don't have them exactly the same apart. I've just done it a bit much. So I'm going to have to take those off. I'm really sorry. Too much talking, concentrating. I'm going to have to get some minis across, or a strip across the bottom. So I've got some here. And so along the bottom of this, I'm going to use this piece, because that's not going to go up as high. See? So I'm going to do that again. Right down on the bottom. Same stuff, it'll be fine. I just realised when I was talking and manoeuvring, see that's a little bit out, it's meant to be smack in the middle. So shut that back up. You've got to leave it like that. And just put the bottom of it down on the bottom of your card. Now, because I'm looking at the thing, I'm going to put it between the two lines so that I'm concentrating on the lines being in the middle of those two lines. So it's about 1, 2, 1, 2, just over 2, and it's right down to the bottom. Okay, that's better. Now you're going to slide this down, so you can put it on a piece of cardstock. You know how we have all our scraps left, and looking at that circle, I'm going to just take it around a bit so it doesn't catch on there, so that it still goes in. And you can either put it onto something like that and catch it to put it down, but I think that I can get it in with my tweezers. We'll soon see, and I'm going right around the outside because that's going to go down in there. So where's my tweezers? Okay. Alright, so you're sliding that. That's not done. You're sliding that down under here and putting it in the middle of what would be your, so that's a bit further down. These tweezers aren't as good as my other ones. I'm looking at my circle, and that's what I want to see when it opens, in the middle of my circle. Okay, so now it's going to go in. Is that not catching? That's got some glue. Now I look like a twit because I had that all worked out. Okay. Oh, my giddy aunt. Come on, baby, work. And down. Why is that one working perfectly? Did that move? It did. Look at that. That moved a bit. There. I think that's right now. That's it. Oh my goodness, that moved, guys. Be very, very careful. Alright, so when it opens, you see that. Now, you just take your dimensionals off here. And you put that down. Well, that was funny, wasn't it? So be very careful. It must have moved. I don't know how it did it. And then it folds in. It's doing it again, isn't it? Down and down. Alright, and like I said to you, it does become a bit thicker in there now. So I'm just going to give it a little bit more creasing because it does become thicker. Okay? And now we've got it open and shut. So now we're going to put two little pieces on here on the side. And we're going to put white on either side of them. And one on the back, so making sure I've got the two the right size are the small ones for here and this one. So this one's 1 1/4 and these two are only the 1 inch. And so on the 1 inch, this piece of card's here, we're going to cut. We have, I've written it there, but I'm just having a look. It's 1 1/2, so we're just going to go 2 inside the 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. 1 1/2. That's no good. By 5 1/4. Look at that one. I must have cut a really bad one on that one. Where's my scraps from today? So we're going to go cut it 5 1/4. So 1.5. This is not a card to make in a real hurry. You really do need to concentrate on this one. Should be disappointed in all this work and you make a balls up. So I have to be really strict with my ladies. There'll be no champagne next month. I have got a lamp on the side as one coming down. Someone's just saying about the lamp. See, and that changes that. I've got an overhead light up there which gives more shadow than when I've got the lamp on. So the lamp doesn't sort of show much of the shadow. Alright, so we've got to open that back up again. That's the other original. Okay, so on here, that should fit nicely in there. Alright, we don't have a big gap on that one. You can make it smaller if you prefer. But I like the wider one because you've got green up the side. Alright. So right battered up to that thing there. And on this one. Now that's where it tells me, I'm going to just pull that up. Oh, I think I've definitely got that a little too close. It should be in a little bit more. Where's my fold? Yeah, that's my problem, guys. I had it a little bit over the top of the fold. And that now. We are having fun in the districts here, aren't we? Right. That's right. Now that's, the good thing is all of that gets covered and you're in. No, it is out to there. What am I doing? We're going to have a little bit of fun here, guys. This one does not want to play properly. The other one I made, it was so easy. That's better. I didn't quite have it over enough. Alright, so these two. So please, when you make this, read through the instructions, push pause, go backwards and forwards when you're doing it, because that was... now I put the white on, of course it's stuck, so I'm... Pippa, hi Pippa. Oh yes, but don't worry about that last bit. Remember, just go over and over it, Pippa. I'm sorry I sort of caught that a little bit there, which wasn't happy with that. It jumped over. I've tried to explain it the best I can, but not everything goes perfect, does it? So I absolutely love having that bit of wider white on there. Okay, so down. Then on the back we have our white piece. 3 3/3 by 5 1/4. If you're doing centimetres, 9.3 by 13.3. So how's that? Alright, and we've got a little bit more white, and honestly we're nearly there. I don't know how long I've taken. I feel like it's an hour. That was a bit frustrating, that little piece. And well, I hope you're not too cold over there, Pippa. It is quite cold in London, isn't it? We've got very hot weather here. It's 30 degrees today. I think it's dropped down. It's 27 now for where we are now, Melbourne. I put just a little bit more on inside because this one's a very bulky card. Oh, I just love the colours. The Mossy Meadow. Okay, so we'll just leave that for a minute aside. I'll just put that up. And we'll do the belly band. So on this, with the envelope, I did the flap and I cut out just a little flower that was sitting there, because you can, with a little leaf. And I shoved that. Such beautiful paper, I love it. And I just put that on the front because I like to do that. Today's cards had all little flowers or whatever. There's that. I just think it's magic to have a bit extra fun. Right, let's get rid of all these pieces here. And let's get our belly band. Now normally you use a big long belly band, which so I put it in, it should be 10 and 8 and a, what is it? The belly band, so don't forget the instructions are on the front. Mechanism, you've really got to read it, and I'm going to go back through because I'll reread the mechanism and make sure I've got it all right and put it back on if it's not, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, the belly band is 9 by 2. Now I didn't have quite 9. So you fold it around, okay, and around, because I wanted to make, that's all I had left was that. Now you're not going to see it, alright, because it's going in. Alright, so I've got literally not enough there, but it's okay because I'm putting things, as you can see, I've put things over it. So it's only a very small, very, very small, and it won't come apart because I'll show you what I'm going to do. And do that. Waste not, want not, guys. Use everything. Oh yes, flooding. Yeah, we've had that. I reckon we're going to need Noah's Ark soon because Australia has flooded so many times recently. We've had horrific storms then, so in the middle of summer. It's just awful. So this is the circle we had left out of the inside, remember, out of the mechanism there. This is the circle. So I've put that up on here. Now, because your belly band's there, I'll turn that way. And I'm just going to, because I want to see more of a flower on this one, and it's up high. So measuring about, where's our 8 to 9, about just over ½ an inch glue on the bottom here. I'll just do a little in the inside so it holds it. And that will hold our belly button more together. I'm just going to do it this far. Okay. I want to make it over there a bit. Right, so there's our belly button. Yes, there's a little glue showing, but just because I can, I've got just because. So just is going to come up, and so we're only going to glue the T and the bottom of the Y. Now I don't know why my Y wants to argue with me. Alright, so get it? Just my Y. And I want it up so the T is kind of up on the top. So just across the bottom of the writing and down on his, okay, look at that. Just across this and down on his tail. And that is going to go there. And then under there, you're going to get half of his T. Precision, guys. Precision. There you go. Just. Oh, is that glue? It's a bit naughty. I'll put on my pants. I'm just going to get my glue back mat now because I don't want to make a mess of it. Alright, and so it's a lot of puns, isn't it? Just because I don't want to. So because is going to come across the bottom here. I want it to cross over that. So we're going, I'm just going to do it again. I want it to be there. So we can basically do up here and across here. Okay. It's all the way you hold your mouth. I'll give that a sec. Where's my glue? Lid. There it is. Right. Don't put it in my glass. There it is there. I have it behind my glass. Okay. Now these tongs annoyed me. So, what else have I got left to do, guys? Put the belly button on and some bling bling. Okay, so now there is, see there's a little bit of glue there. So, I'm just going to get the corner of my glue mat and get that out. Now, one of the tricks I've learnt, if you get your embossing buddy, because it's got the flower in it, and run it across where that glue is, it won't stick. It'll take it out. Okay? So you can't sort of see it now. That's embossing buddy, a trick. Alright, so we need some bling bling. I'll not get any glue near it. Where's my bling bling? It's on the table somewhere, guys. There's a lot of stuff on here. Right, there it is. So these are still in. I keep looking up when I use them. They're DRUSY adhesive backing. Oh, that's weird. They now don't tell you the colours on the back. They used to say what colours were in here, but now they don't even do that. So it looks like silver and bronze. And so I picked the bronze because it really goes with the flower, doesn't it? Picky tool, where are you? Alright, so we've got a nice big one over here. And a big one up here. And a littler one. And you know where I'm going to put that? Right on that flower. Isn't that cute? Looks like it's part of the flower. And that's just because I can. Oh, thanks, Alita. And now we do put our belly band in. So, because look how big the card is, it's quite a bit bigger. It's got a chunky card. I think it's more a hand delivery unless you want to pay a bit more. So I just give it a little bend to get it in. And then it's a nice tight fit. And there it is. My amazing shutter card. So if you've only got one sheet of paper, I would practice and then come back to it. And that's what my envelopes, the back looks like. Don't get any glue on that. The back looks like that, and the back looks like that of the belly band. And I hope you like it. Oh, thank you, Pippa. Thank you very much. I am going to recheck my measurements I've put down, so don't forget that. When you go on, we'll go through, and if there's anything needs measuring, checking, it will straight away, I'll do it. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me, and I will see anyone that comes on tomorrow at 10 AM in the morning, Australian time, which is probably night time in other countries, in England and in Holland, and anyone else that was here. And all I can say is thank you so much for joining me, and I will turn that off now so I don't look like a glowing glowworm. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, and I'm really happy when people come on and chat with me, and I'd love to see if you make this card. It would be really nice to see. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.